How did the friendship reshape entertainment when Dean Martin met Frank Sinatra in the Rat Pack? Two paths converging in Las Vegas. The glittering lights of Las Vegas in the early 1950s painted a picture of unbridled ambition and reinvention. It was a city where fortunes were made and lost in a single night, where entertainers could escape the rigid constraints of Hollywood's studio system and create something entirely new. It was in this electric atmosphere that two men, Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin, would meet and forge a friendship that would fundamentally transform the landscape of American entertainment. Frank Sinatra had already achieved considerable success by the time he arrived in Las Vegas. The crooner from Hoboken, New Jersey, had built a career on his distinctive voice and his ability to connect emotionally with audiences. He had starred in films, recorded countless albums, and established himself as one of the most recognizable entertainers in America. Yet despite his accomplishments, Frank felt constrained by the Hollywood system. By the mid-1950s, Frank and Dean's informal partnership had evolved into something more substantial. They began to attract other entertainers who shared their philosophy, performers who were tired of the rigid constraints of the Hollywood system and eager to create something new. Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, and Joey Bishop gradually joined the circle, and what became known as the Rat Pack was born. The term Rat Pack itself was somewhat ironic. It was originally used as a derogatory label by critics who viewed the group as a collection of irreverent troublemakers who were undermining the values of traditional entertainment. But Frank, Dean, and the others embraced the label, transforming it from an insult into a badge of honor. They were, in many ways, rebels, artists who refused to conform to the expectations of the entertainment establishment and instead created their own rules. What made the Rat Pack revolutionary was not just the quality of their individual performances, but the way they performed together. They would appear in films together, perform in concert together, and socialize together in a way that blurred the lines between performance and real life. The audience never quite knew what was real and what was staged, and this ambiguity was part of what made their performances so compelling. Dean Martin became the emotional and creative center of the Rat Pack in many ways. While Frank was the leader, the one who made the decisions and set the tone, Dean was the one who kept things loose and fun. His ability to make people laugh, his genuine warmth, and his talent for improvisation made him the perfect counterbalance to Frank's more intense personality. Where Frank could be demanding and perfectionist, Dean was easygoing and spontaneous. Where Frank was driven by ambition, Dean seemed content to simply enjoy the moment. This dynamic between Frank and Dean became the template for how the Rat Pack operated. They would challenge each other, support each other, and push each other to take creative risks. Frank would suggest an idea, Dean would riff on it and make it funnier, and the result would be something neither of them could have created alone. This collaborative approach to entertainment was entirely new. In an industry that had traditionally been built around individual stars, the Rat Pack demonstrated the power of ensemble performance and genuine collaboration. The films they made together, Ocean's 11, Sergeants 3, Robin, and The Seven Hoods, were not masterpieces of cinema. Critics often dismissed them as frivolous and lightweight, but audiences loved them because they captured something authentic about the friendship and camaraderie between the performers. You could see that these men genuinely liked each other, that they were having fun, and that they were inviting the audience to be part of that fun. More importantly, the Rat Pack's approach to entertainment demonstrated that there was an audience for something different from what the Hollywood studios were producing. The studios had been operating under the assumption that audiences wanted carefully crafted narratives, polished performances, and clear moral lessons. The Rat Pack showed that audiences also wanted spontaneity, humor, irreverence, and the sense that they were witnessing something real and unscripted. This realization had profound implications for the entertainment industry. It opened the door for a new generation of performers who were willing to take risks, to be themselves on stage, and to create entertainment that was more authentic and less manufactured. It challenged the notion that entertainment had to be serious and carefully controlled to be valuable. It demonstrated that fun, humor, and genuine human connection could be just as powerful as dramatic intensity or technical perfection. Dean Martin's role in this transformation cannot be overstated. His ability to make people laugh, his genuine warmth, and his talent for improvisation made him the perfect foil for Frank's intensity. Together, they created a dynamic that was entirely new to American entertainment, a partnership based on genuine friendship, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to having fun and entertaining audiences. What do you think about the Rat Pack's revolutionary approach to entertainment? Leave a comment below sharing your thoughts on how their friendship and collaboration changed the entertainment industry. We'd love to hear your perspective on this transformative era in popular culture. The Rat Pack's influence extended far beyond the films they made together. Their presence in Las Vegas fundamentally transformed the city's entertainment landscape. Before the Rat Pack, Las Vegas was primarily known for its casinos and its reputation as a place where people could escape the constraints of everyday life. But the Rat Pack elevated Las Vegas into a destination for world-class entertainment. They performed at the major casinos, the Sands, the Flamingo, the Desert Inn, and their performances became the most sought-after tickets in the city. What made these performances revolutionary was their format. The Rat Pack would perform extended shows that could last for hours, with no clear structure or predetermined set list. They would sing, tell jokes, interact with the audience, and create a sense of spontaneity and danger that kept audiences on the edge of their seats. You never knew what was going to happen next, and that unpredictability was part of what made the performances so compelling. Dean Martin's role in these performances was crucial. While Frank might be the headliner, it was often Dean who kept the show moving, who made the audience laugh, and who created the sense of genuine fun that characterized these performances. His ability to ad-lib, to respond to unexpected situations, and to make people feel comfortable and entertained made him an essential part of the Rat Pack's success. The cultural impact of the Rat Pack extended beyond entertainment. They represented a new kind of masculinity, one that was confident, irreverent, and unapologetically fun-loving. They challenged the notion that men had to be serious and controlled to be respected. They demonstrated that it was possible to be successful, talented, and intelligent while also being playful, spontaneous, and genuinely enjoying life. This new model of masculinity had profound implications for American culture. It influenced how men saw themselves, how they interacted with each other, and what they valued. The Rat Pack showed that friendship, loyalty, and genuine human connection were not signs of weakness, but rather signs of strength and authenticity. They demonstrated that it was possible to be ambitious and successful while also being genuinely kind and supportive of your friends. The friendship between Frank and Dean was central to this cultural shift. Their genuine affection for each other, their willingness to support each other's careers, and their ability to collaborate creatively demonstrated a model of male friendship that was different from what had been traditionally portrayed in American culture. They showed that men could be close friends, could support each other emotionally, and could work together creatively without any sense of competition or threat. The Rat Pack's influence on the entertainment industry was equally profound. They demonstrated that there was an audience for entertainment that was more authentic, more spontaneous, and more collaborative than what the Hollywood studios had been producing. This realization led to significant changes in how entertainment was created and distributed. Directors and producers began to give performers more creative freedom, to allow for more improvisation, and to create entertainment that felt more real and less manufactured. The success of the Rat Pack also demonstrated the power of ensemble performance. While individual stars had always been important in entertainment, the Rat Pack showed that audiences were equally interested in watching talented performers work together, support each other, and create something that was greater than the sum of its parts. This insight influenced how films and television shows were created in the decades that followed. Dean Martin's contribution to this revolution was particularly significant because he represented a different kind of star than Frank. While Frank was intense, driven, and perfectionist, Dean was easygoing, spontaneous, and genuinely fun-loving. This contrast made their partnership work so well, and it also demonstrated that there was room in entertainment for different types of personalities and different approaches to performance. If you appreciate the Rat Pack's revolutionary impact on entertainment and culture, please like this video to show your support. Your engagement helps us continue creating content that celebrates the artists and partnerships that transform popular culture and shape the way we understand entertainment. The creative synergy between Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin was remarkable. When they worked together, something magical happened. Frank would bring his technical perfection, his emotional depth, and his commanding presence. Dean would bring his humor, his warmth, and his ability to make people feel comfortable and entertained. Together, they created performances and films that were greater than either could have created alone. This creative synergy extended to their songwriting and recording work as well. While they didn't write songs together, they influenced each other's artistic choices and pushed each other to take creative risks. Frank's albums from the 1950s and 1960s show the influence of his friendship with Dean. They are more playful, more fun, and less formally structured than his earlier work. Similarly, Dean's recordings became more sophisticated and more emotionally complex as his friendship with Frank deepened. One of the most significant aspects of their partnership was how they influenced each other's approach to performance. Frank was known for his meticulous preparation and his perfectionist approach to recording. Dean, on the other hand, was known for his ability to perform spontaneously and to create magic in the moment. Over time, Frank began to incorporate more of Dean's spontaneity into his own performances, while Dean began to appreciate the value of careful preparation and technical excellence. This mutual influence extended to their personal lives as well. Frank and Dean became genuine friends, not just professional collaborators. They supported each other through personal crises, celebrated each other's successes, and maintained a loyalty to each other that transcended the entertainment industry. This genuine friendship was evident in their performances and was a significant part of what made their work together so compelling. The legacy of the Frank and Dean partnership extends far beyond their own performances and films. They fundamentally changed how entertainment was created and consumed. They demonstrated that audiences wanted authenticity, spontaneity, and genuine human connection. They showed that entertainment could be both commercially successful and artistically meaningful. They proved that collaboration and ensemble performance could be just as powerful as individual stardom. The influence of the Rat Pack can be seen in countless entertainment ventures that came after them. The format of their Las Vegas performances influenced how concert performances are structured. The spontaneity and improvisation that characterized their work influenced how comedy and entertainment are created. The emphasis on genuine friendship and collaboration influenced how ensemble casts are developed in films and television. Dean Martin's specific contribution to this legacy is particularly important. His ability to make people laugh, his genuine warmth, and his talent for improvisation made him an essential part of the Rat Pack's success. But more than that, his approach to entertainment. His belief that the most important thing was to have fun and to make the audience feel comfortable and entertained became a model for how entertainment could be created. The friendship between Frank and Dean also demonstrated the power of genuine human connection in the entertainment industry. In an industry that is often characterized by competition, ego, and self-interest, their friendship stood out as something authentic and meaningful. They showed that it was possible to be successful and ambitious while also being genuinely kind and supportive of your friends. This lesson has had lasting implications for how we understand entertainment and popular culture. It has influenced how we think about collaboration, about the importance of genuine human connection, and about the value of authenticity in performance. It has shown that the most powerful entertainment often comes from genuine friendship and mutual respect between performers. The Rat Pack's influence on American culture extends beyond entertainment as well. They represented a new kind of lifestyle, one that was fun, spontaneous, and unapologetically enjoyable. They challenged the notion that success had to come at the cost of personal happiness and genuine human connection. They demonstrated that it was possible to be ambitious and successful while also enjoying life and maintaining genuine friendships. This era of entertainment history deserves to be remembered and celebrated. Please comment below with your favorite Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin performance or film, and tell us what their friendship and collaboration means to you. Your stories help us build a community of people who appreciate the transformative power of genuine human connection in entertainment. As the decades have passed, the influence of Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin's friendship has only grown more apparent. What they created together, a new model of entertainment, a new approach to performance, and a new understanding of what audiences wanted, has become the foundation for much of modern entertainment. The spontaneity and improvisation that characterize their performances have become standard in comedy and entertainment. The emphasis on genuine human connection and authentic performance has influenced how actors approach their craft. The collaborative approach to entertainment that they pioneered has become the norm rather than the exception. But perhaps most importantly, their friendship demonstrated something fundamental about human nature and about what makes life meaningful. In an industry that is often characterized by competition and self-interest, Frank and Dean showed that genuine friendship, mutual respect, and authentic human connection were not only possible, but essential to creating truly great art. The Rat Pack era represented a moment in American history when entertainment was undergoing a fundamental transformation. The old studio system was beginning to break down, and new forms of entertainment were emerging. Frank and Dean were at the forefront of this transformation, creating something entirely new and demonstrating that audiences were hungry for authenticity, spontaneity, and genuine human connection. Dean Martin's role in this transformation cannot be overstated. His warmth, his humor, and his genuine love of life made him the perfect complement to Frank's intensity and perfectionism. Together, they created a dynamic that was entirely new to American entertainment, and that continues to influence how entertainment is created and consumed today. The legacy of their friendship extends to how we understand entertainment in the modern era. In a time when entertainment is increasingly mediated by technology and when genuine human connection is becoming rarer, the example of Frank and Dean reminds us of the power of authentic performance and genuine friendship. It reminds us that the most powerful entertainment often comes from people who genuinely like each other and who are committed to having fun and entertaining audiences. The Rat Pack's influence can be seen in contemporary entertainment as well. The format of their Las Vegas performances influenced how modern concert performances are structured. The emphasis on improvisation and spontaneity influenced how comedy is created and performed. The collaborative approach to entertainment influenced how ensemble casts are developed in films and television shows. More broadly, the Rat Pack demonstrated that entertainment could be a force for cultural change. They challenged the rigid constraints of the Hollywood studio system and showed that there was an audience for something different. They demonstrated that entertainment could be both commercially successful and culturally significant. They proved that genuine friendship and collaboration could be just as powerful as individual talent or ambition. The friendship between Frank and Dean also had implications for how we understand masculinity and male friendship. In an era when male friendships were often portrayed as competitive or superficial, they demonstrated that men could be genuinely close friends, could support each other emotionally, and could work together creatively without any sense of threat or competition. This model of male friendship has had lasting implications for how we understand relationships and human connection. As we look back on the Rat Pack era, it becomes clear that Frank and Dean's friendship was not just a personal relationship between two entertainers. It was a cultural force that fundamentally transformed American entertainment and influenced how we understand performance, collaboration, and authentic human connection. Their legacy continues to inspire entertainers, artists, and audiences to this day. The transformation that Frank and Dean initiated in the entertainment industry has continued to evolve and develop. The emphasis on authenticity, spontaneity, and genuine human connection that they pioneered has become increasingly important in an era when audiences are hungry for real, unmediated experiences. Their example reminds us that the most powerful entertainment often comes from people who are genuinely committed to having fun, to supporting each other, and to creating something that is authentic and meaningful. In the end, the story of Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin is not just a story about entertainment. It is a story about friendship, about the power of genuine human connection, and about the possibility of creating something transformative when talented people come together with a shared vision and a genuine commitment to each other. It is a story that continues to resonate with audiences and artists alike, reminding us of what is possible when we prioritize authenticity, collaboration, and genuine human connection. If this exploration of the Rat Pack's revolutionary impact on entertainment and culture has inspired you, please subscribe to our channel now. We're committed to bringing you more in-depth explorations of entertainment history, the partnerships that shaped popular culture, and the artists who transformed the way we understand performance and human connection. Don't miss out on future content. Hit that subscribe button and join our community of entertainment enthusiasts and cultural explorers. Years after the height of the Rat Pack era, When Frank and Dean were reflecting on their careers and their friendship, they would often speak about how fortunate they had been to find each other at exactly the right moment in their lives. They had both been searching for a way to break free from the constraints of the entertainment industry, and they had found in each other a partner who shared their vision and their values. The friendship between Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin was more than just a professional partnership. It was a genuine human connection between two talented artists who respected each other, supported each other, and pushed each other to be better. It was a friendship that transcended the entertainment industry and became a model for how human beings could relate to each other with authenticity, warmth, and genuine affection. The Rat Pack era was a moment in American history when entertainment was undergoing a fundamental transformation. Frank and Dean were at the forefront of this transformation, creating something entirely new and demonstrating that audiences were hungry for authenticity, spontaneity, and genuine human connection. Their legacy continues to influence how entertainment is created and consumed today, reminding us of the power of genuine friendship and authentic performance. The story of Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin is ultimately a story about the transformative power of genuine human connection. It is a reminder that when talented people come together with a shared vision and a genuine commitment to each other, they can create something that transcends entertainment and becomes a cultural force that shapes how we understand performance, collaboration, and what it means to be human.